You know why we're not going to lose money on this? Because what we do keeps the world's economy afloat. Don't ever forget that.
Il dare di mangiare a tutta gente nostra servono assai sordi.
La única ley que realmente importa en la guerra es que tus hermanos están a tu lado.
Cattai 5.000 chili, come i prezzi sempre.
Ya tenemos listas las 5,000 latas de chile que pidieron para Italia.
You're gambling all of our liquid assets on one shipment.
If we don't continue to broker cocaine, this company ceases to exist.
Thank you for taking your time to join me and answer my question. And the first one I have for you is, in one word, how would you describe your experience acting so far in 000?
Oh, this is really difficult for me because I'm a person that don't have short answers for anything, but I wanna think about it. But first, thank you very much for inviting me to talk with you, and maybe for me, this project is like a bomb. Yes, that's the word.
Could you talk about how this script came to you and what made you, to decide to act in this TV series?
Well, the first thing that I received the scene for make the casting, and I received this for the cast director Alejandro Torres in Mexico, and was a little bit complex for me to came to the casting because I was shooting in the north of Mexico, and it was very far away, so I need to travel 10 hours, something like that. And I'm not sure to do that in that moment because it was really complex. But I did, and I met Stefano Solima, and I did the casting with the director. And immediately I understand that that will be very important to me to work with him because he's amazing, and I love the way that he directed me in the casting, and was in that moment when I decide to be part of that. And after that, I received the screenplays. I didn't remember how it was, but well, when I started to read the screenplay, immediately I saw that they do very hard work to put all the investigation of Saviano in other way to create this amazing series.
So what research did you do when you decided to play this character?
The first things I read, I was reading a little bit of the book of Roberto Saviano before, but not all the book. And so I finished it in that moment before we started to shooting, before we beginning. But before I read many other things about narcotraffic dealers and everything in here. Most of the times, journalist investigations for different Mexican journalists, and even some things that I read in Colombia. And I did I put all these things in some notes and everything, because I try to find some way to go inside to this complex thing. And just because I think sometimes I need to understand all the environment where my character is inside. So that's why I read many other things and watch some videos, some movies. I right now was 3 years ago when we did in 2011, no 2018, sorry, 2018. And for other hand, I did a movie like maybe 8 years ago or a little bit more, where the first principal character was some guy that was inside of this kind of church, neo-Pentecostal church. And I did all the research in that moment. So I went inside of the one kind of one of church like that, and I saw how they do his their ceremonies. So I put this experience of my work, and I put together with all my experience about my research and all the training that the production give me for 000, and I put everything together and put my imagination to try to create this character that for one hand that had this very mercenary way of work, and for other hand this religious way of behave.
Mejor, el pecado de creerse indispensable, el pecado de creer que mi voluntad es mía y no del Señor. No hay pecado comparable. Y cuando un hombre intenta competir con Dios, ese hombre pierde. ¿Y qué es competir con el Señor? Creer que tu voluntad es tuya, creer que tu vida es tuya, creer que has logrado algo a espaldas del Señor. Es como el rey del ajedrez, creyéndose más importante que todas las otras piezas.
So, despite playing such a cruel character, what do you love about playing Manuel Cortez?
What I love, the first thing that I loved was like this man is part of the very, very, very low of the society. You know, if we think about social things, he is part of the poor people, you know, and he started to growing in the army, but he felt all the time that he is just a flesh. Canyon flesh for the army. Anybody cares about these kind of people, and I love the way that he tried to protect all his men as a family, and I love the way that he, even if he was around of a lot of people, all his crew and all and everything, he most of the times he's alone, and the only thing that he had is like a union with his God, and he got a very important union with his God, and it's the only thing that he needs. So, but for other hand, I love the character. For me, is the only one. If you think, for example, the characters of Italy or the characters of USA, they are a family. Manuel Contreras doesn't have a family, doesn't has a family. And in that way, for me, one of the most interesting things was like he wanted in some way to be part of something, and that was very important for me. And the other very important thing is how was the risk to create this character with these completely contradictory things. That was a challenge, to create some character that is a religious and a murder, or an very cold blood, and was the most important challenge to create.
What was your favorite scene to shoot from the series?
Oof. I got many, but one of that was when we did with Dandy Hand. We did this in the ship in the middle of the ocean. This is scene when I met him, and then I met Teki Cario, the villain of Doberman, this French movie, and was amazing. Did that scene for all the complications, technical complications to do that, and was amazing. And the other one, I love the bomb scene in the discotheque. I love that when Manuel put the bomb in the discotheque, and this explosion was amazing, and I had many memories about it. But and the other one that is really amazing is that scene that I did with the great Andrea Riceborough in the chapter 8. Was amazing. This the to share the set with her was completely beautiful, my friend.
So, of course, congratulations on your Independent Spirit Award nomination for Best Male Performance in a Scripted Series. Where were you when you discovered that you got nominated?
Thank you very much. I was working very early in the morning, doing many things that I need to do this day and that day, and the Film Independent page of, in Twitter tagged me on the list of the people that was nominated, and was in that moment I saw that, and I said, "What is that, my friend?" I know about the Spirit Awards, but I felt like that is real, like I felt that maybe that was not real. So I called to my girlfriend immediately and told her, "Hey, do you know that is real, or I don't know what happened?" And she called me back and told me, "Yes, it's true," and was like, "Wow," because I never thought that I got that possibility, and that was like completely a surprise. And even I didn't know that right now there are nominations for TV series. So for me, was like, yeah, wow, and was a little complex for me to understand, to like assimilation of the new, but well, was in that way. It's very funny because right now in the middle of the pandemic was a very good thing, because I know that everybody, we are in the middle of very bad times, and this is like a little candle in the middle of the darkness. So for me, it was completely amazing, and it's amazing for me because this character gave me many things that doesn't have happened with me before. And right now, this is amazing to talk with you, for example, or talk with other people across the ocean. I talk with people in India, or and Russia, or Africa, or other countries, Italy, and they grow to me by social media. And I'm not good with social media. Is the I think since the premiere of ZeroZeroZero the last year, I started using because the people try to find me in social media. So that's why I talk with them, and it's amazing. This TV series give me a lot of things, the pleasure to talk with different directors or screenwriters, for example, Paul Schrader, Amos Poe, or Steven Gaidos, or Jeff Snyder, and other people that was in contact with me was completely amazing. Yes.
So if you win the award, who would be the first person you'd like to thank?
Stefano Solima completely, because he trust in me, support me, and imagine me in that role, and I appreciate completely that happened. And the casting director Alejandro Rez, and all my coworkers, and all the crew that was completely very nice with me. Veronica Fragola, the costume designer, Paki, the art designer, Paolo Carnera, the photographer, the film, the photographer, and Giorgio, the makeup artist, and all the crew was completely amazing with me, and I love them. And yes. I don't know yes. I need to, even for me right now. This is just to thank them, because this nomination for me is some kind of award, and I felt completely grateful with everybody to help me and support me, and be with me in this way.
Which actor or actress did you admire growing up?
A lot. And the first one, for example, is Klaus Kinski, the German actor. There's Joaquin Phoenix. What else? Daniel Day-Lewis, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and who else? And Mexicans, for example, Daniel Jimenez Cacho, for example, Alfredo Castro, the Chilean actor, and there are many that I admire, and a lot. Christian Bale, for example, Vincent Cassel, the French actor. What else? Yeah, there are many that I admire.
Did you always wanted to be an actor growing up? Also, what inspired you while you pursued your dream?
No, my friend. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a musician, but was not possible because I wanted to study in the conservatory, in the music school, and it was not possible for me because the money, because many different complex things. But I am an actor because it's very funny. But I had a girlfriend that was inside of a workshop of theater, and that's why I went inside of acting, and I never thought to be an actor. But after that, this workshop, in my city when I was born, I don't know, everything start to, I receive invitations to work as an actor in theater pieces, and after that I decided to went to the capital, to Mexico City, to start in the university acting. And in that moment everything started to change, and immediately I beginning to work in cinema and movies, and the first with different movie schools, film schools, and after that to I began to work with with directors, and continue that until today. So it was not my decision, but in some time when I was studying, and I was working as an actor in the movies, I said, well, this is what I wanted to do. And I remember when I was kid, and even I imitate, for example, John Travolta or Indiana Jones and other actors, but I did that imitation with no conscience, you know. And so I think that that's why I'm an actor. I don't know. I really don't know, but I love the films.
So who, dead or alive, would you like to sit down and chat with?
First, the writer Julio Cortazar. I love this Argentinian writer. With him, yes, I love listening him. And Klaus Kinski, for me, yes, and who else? Borges, and more than talk with them, listen them, you know. And many others. There are some characters of the history, Mexican history, that his name was Lucio Cabañas, and he was I don't know how do you say, guerrillero, warrior. I don't know how to translate that, but it's like a guerrillero in his town. And with him, I got I think will be very interesting to talk with him. With listen to Orson Welles, for example. I want someday, if that is possible, to talk with Jim Jarmusch, and with many, my friend. I got many that I want to listen them.
Okay, this is my last question. Could you tell us one surprising fact about yourself?
I watched cartoons sometimes, and yes. For example, the Death Note, and when I was younger, Zodiac. I don't know how to translate that, but it's Caballeros del Zodiaco. But I don't know how to translate Dragon Ball and everything. And it was very, very, very funny, because they are part of my childhood, and I think in some way they are part of my relationship with the fiction, you know. And yes, maybe that is not is a surprise thing about me. Maybe not.
My brother will personally escort the load from start to finish.
We want to meet your Mexican friend and ship the merchandise.
Our father's number one rule is that buyers and sellers are connected by brokers.
Stiamo picchiando carico.
I need you to tell me what is going on. Why are you trying to start an engine fire?
Un carico arriva.
E se non arriva?
Allora I nemici mi vincono.
México nos entrenó para ser los mejores. Y lo somos.
Bottom line, what's it gonna take for me to get my cargo delivered safely?
No puedo tener un chivatón en mi equipo. We gotta go. So please come. Go!
What was Dad's number one rule?
Money solves everything.
Exactly, kiddo.